hopefully you have, it looks like everybody's been looking over them. Just remember, these do not need to leave this room. They need to stay here so they can be shredded. There's personal information on there. But going in order of our agenda, first on our agenda is House Bill 612. The short title, the bill are two different things. So the short title is Section 1. Last year, we passed a bill that allowed for, and we passed this off the Senate floor earlier this year, Section 1, that allows for state agencies to have a memorandum of understanding to be able to help our federal installations with projects that they are currently doing. Last year, we passed it where municipalities and counties could do that. And so in my area, the Navy base in Meridian, they had some paving that they wanted done. The county was able to bid it out. The county made money on it. The installation was able to save money. And so it was a win-win for both entities. What Section 1 does is this opens that up for the state to be able to do that also. Section 2 is completely different. And what this does is we passed a bill last year that allowed for medics and military to be able to use that training to sit in on an LPN certification test. And then if they passed, they would be an LPN. For some reason, the Coast Guard was left out of that. And so the only thing that Section 2 does, even though it's the majority of the bill, the only changes in the bill is to add Coast Guard medics. That's an explanation of the bill. I'll be happy to take any questions. Yes, sir.
Question, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this is changing the scope of practice for those members of the Coast Guard.
It changes whether or not they can become an LPN by taking a test. I wouldn't say it changes their scope. I mean, an LPN can still do what an LPN can do, and they still have to take the test to be certified.
And we did this for all other last year. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion. The motion is to adopt the committee sub.
No,
yeah.
sufficient.
It's title sufficient.
Okay. Title sufficient to pass.
The motion's title sufficient to pass. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed, no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes have it. We will report that bill out. Okay, now we have some nominations, and Brigadier General Billy Lamar Pierce is here. This is a reappointment from our governor, Tate Reeves, to represent the 3rd Congressional District. The 3rd Congressional District, when we had 5 congressional districts, for the State Veterans Affairs Board. Mr. Pierce, you have anything that you'd like to say to address the committee of why it is that you want to serve on this committee?
You know, I was, yeah. So this is my second 5 years, and I will say what I said 5 years ago. I was very humbled and honored for the governor to even appoint me to this. When I got a call, I looked at my wife and said, "Why me?" But it's an honor for me to be able to help veterans in any way, fashion, or form. And during my last 5 years, I've been able to do that. I've been able to help several veterans get their compensation up and things of this nature. And I enjoy serving on the board. I enjoy our executive director, Smith, and hear some of his folks. It's just a great organization to work for. And it's just an honor and a privilege. I'm a veteran, but it's an honor and a privilege to be able to help veterans. And I feel like my little small part on this board helps sometimes along the way.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service now. Are there any questions from the committee? If not, I'll entertain a motion that we do advise and consent.
Do advise and consent.
The motion is that we do advise and consent. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any no? The ayes appear to have it. The ayes have it. That bill will be reported, I guess. That was a question. All right, we go to number 2 here. We have with us now Command Sergeant Major Sylvester Tatum. This is a reappointment from our Governor Tate Reeves, representing the state at large for a 5-year term and for the State Veteran Affairs Board. And Mr. Tatum, if you will, just take the mic and again, just tell us, your experience with the board and what you want to bring to it. And we'd appreciate that.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to say thank you all for the appointment for the previous time. I really have enjoyed this board just to see the board, how the board really operate. Because I went through my first 3 years here, so to see that, to know the staff on how the staff is really taking care of the veterans, as well as how we're taking care of they're taking care of the cemeteries, as well as the personnel who got out there, filing claim. Because every time I hear something about what's going on, I always hear good things about how Veteran Service Office is really taking care of me, as well as getting my claims filed. So I'm a veteran myself, and just by being on this board, which I'm amazed. I want to say thank you to you all too for appointing me, and I would like to continue to serve the veterans here on this board with y'all privileges, and I really enjoy it. I love it. It gives me something else to do, and I would like to say thank you.
Well, thank you both for your service in the past and in the present. So thank you. Any questions from the committee?
I have one, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I'm former military myself. In fact, I served on the board for the Veterans Outreach for the state of Mississippi, which is our veteran state homes. And I would definitely like, if y'all have anything to do with, to look at those centers and getting some help in there, and possibly an increase in pay for the workers that work those veterans homes, because we have a hard time staffing those. So if y'all happen to oversee that, if you pay attention to that, I would definitely appreciate it. What we do is we raise money for the homes, any beds they need, special beds, whirlpools, anything to make our soldiers comfortable. So I appreciate that y'all said that, soldiers are number one when it comes to, what you guys do, and I appreciate it.
I would like to stay on that note there. I'm sorry, but I want to say Mr. Mark Smith and his team, that they are really working on trying to get the pay raises within their staff. And matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're looking at giving them a raise sometime this year. I can't say exactly what it is and how much it would be, but they have done a tremendous job on making sure all the staff is being taken care of. Thank you.
Appreciate that. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to Senator McConn. And Senator McConn, we just went on the agenda. I think it'd be nice if you could give us some words on why you think that Brigadier General Pierce would be good for the state Veterans Affairs Board.
Well, to be honest with you, the reason he'd be good for the Veterans Affairs Board is because that group out there singing right there from Newton County, are some of the eventual products of General Pierce and his work back in the day there in Newton County. He's continued to move across the time in various boards and positions. And one of the things he's done is getting on the Veterans Affairs Board. He's helped move that forward because of his heart for the veterans. You don't find many people out there that have that, and I'm sure your other nominees are in the same boat, or they wouldn't be here before us today. That's why it was important for me to slip away for a moment, Mr. Chairman, to say that I don't know of anybody else in the area. I'm sure there's somebody else with a heart like General Pierce, but I will tell you that in my district, he's probably one of the top-notch people that I can bring forward, and I would wholeheartedly nominate him for that position and put my full support behind it. So I do appreciate you, Mr. Chairman.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for those words. Any other questions from the committee? Okay. Well, is there a motion that we do advise and consent?
Do advise and consent, Mr. Chairman.
The motion is we do advise and consent. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed, no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes have it. That'll be reported. Remember, these documents need to stay here so they can be shredded. And I'll entertain one last motion.
Advise and report.
Advise and report.